Hello, I am the Board Game Fanatic, and I'm back again to talk to you more about Dungeon Mayhem. Today, I'm going to be covering two of the characters that you can play in the game. We have Lia the Paladin and Oriax the Rogue. I'm going to be going over these two characters and deep diving into the good aspects, the bad aspects of each character, and talking about why I like each one. As for Dungeon Mayhem as a whole, I can't say that there are any characters that I dislike playing, which is a truly great feat for the game itself. But each character does have a unique style and a unique way to play the game, so I'm hoping to cover in a bit more detail about these different characters. Today, obviously, Lia the Paladin is going to be a more combat focused character, and Oriax the Rogue is going to be a very unique character out of the original set. Both these characters obviously being out of the original set, but Oriax is definitely a very interesting style to play compared to the other three. So, take a seat and I hope you enjoy. We'll begin with Lia the Paladin. So, Lia the Paladin is definitely a more combat focused character. She has quite a few cards that are obviously dealing damage and playing a more aggressive style towards the other players, but she also has a lot of defensive cards, so she has a nice balance of attack and defense, which we'll go into some detail. So obviously on screen now you can see the basic actions, all 5. She obviously does. All the characters do all 5. And she has 2 unique actions. So we'll go through each card and give you my opinion of them. Firstly, Banishing Smite. It's quite a powerful card, one of her power cards. And it allows you to destroy all shield cards at the table. Now this is an incredibly powerful card. If you play it at the exact moment when most of your opponents have all their defense cards out, you can wipe the table clear of defensive cards. It is extremely powerful. It's a really good card. So next up we have Divine Inspiration. It's a really useful card because obviously you can heal twice. So when everybody's attacking you, the main thing you want to do is you want to keep your health as high as you possibly can. And healing is a very important thing to do while you play this game, especially if your opponents outnumber you. Divine Inspiration though, it allows you to choose any card in your discard pile and put it back into your hand, which is an incredibly powerful ability, especially in the later game. You can search through and pull out a really good card to deploy. So I would say this is a very powerful special ability card, and Lia's second special ability card. By far one of the most important cards, and it's pretty much consistent across all of the decks, they all have their own version of this card, is your double action card. In this case the Finger Wag of Judgment, so quite a funny name. But it allows you to play in succession 2 additional cards, and any of those cards that have lightning cards allow you to play another card, and you can play very long chains of cards, allowing you to do immense amounts of damage if you chain them in the right way. Save up, build a good hand, play them all in a sequential order, and you can cause absolute travesty to everybody else at the table, dealing waves of damage. So it is by far, in my opinion, the most important card in the deck, because if you get your hands on these and you've got a bunch of high dealing damage cards, you can chain them all together in the same turn, and these cards allow you to really hit everybody at the table. They are very good for when you are facing multiple opponents. Ordinarily you play one card and that is the end of your turn. With these it allows you to fire off in all directions or even chain a massive combo of an attack. So they are very good cards. Fighting Words is a very good card. It allows you to do 2 damage to an opponent and heal. So it's a very useful card where you're dealing your damage and simultaneously making yourself healthier at the same time. So it's a very good card to play, especially if you're wounded. Divine Smite, same as the other one earlier. obviously allowing you in this case to deal 3 damage, which is quite a hefty attack. And then on top of that you get to heal as well, so it's a really good card. This is definitely high up there as one of the stronger cards in the deck. Obviously you want to build a big hand, especially if you want to chain together a large attack and do a large amount of damage to everybody at the table or just a particular opponent. Cure Wounds is one of those good cards where it lets you draw cards. Now every character has a draw cards. This one obviously lets you draw 2 cards, so it's a really good one. In addition to that, you get to heal at the same time, so it's a very good card, Cure Wounds. Spinning Parry, obviously a very basic one where it gives you 1 defense and lets you draw a card. Both useful things, but it's just giving you the bare minimum, so it's just a card to use as a booster. Give you that little edge in defense, or give you that extra card that you might need for the next turn. Not a very powerful card on its own. High Charisma, yet again, is another drawing cards, really useful card that lets you build up your hand and prepare for tough fights ahead with a particular opponent or just everybody at the table. Being well prepared in this game does pay off, so drawing cards is very important. Fluffy, one of your defense cards, gives you 2 shields, so quite a useful defense, mid-range but a very good card. Your stronger defense card obviously is Divine Shield, giving you 3 shields, and you've got 2 of them in the deck, so it's quite a good defensive card. You definitely need to slap these down when you get a chance, because having those 3 extra life, extra shields, can be vitally important to surviving the game or surviving somebody's deadly attack. It could really make the difference between surviving the game or not. For Justice, dealing 1 damage and a chain attack. It's a useful either booster card for when you play the other double lightning cards, or just one to chain together a lighter attack in between turns between your larger ones. Yet again, Justice for even more justice, dealing 2 damage each card. Fairly mid-range card, but you with a bunch of these chained together you could really do some damage to everybody at the table. A good card, not the best, but an effective one. For the most justice is obviously a hard-hitting card, dealing 3 damage, and it's as simple as that. Powerful card, and if you use them in succession, like chaining them with the lightning cards, you could do a substantial amount of damage. And there we go, that's all the cards in her deck. So there's a good mix, but primarily her deck is based around the idea of obviously dealing damage to everybody at the table, whilst also defending and keeping your health at a good level. She has a lot of healing cards, a fair few defense cards, and a lot of attack cards. So being the paladin, she's very good at healing and very good at attacking, which is in line with kind of the D&D trope. So personally, I think she's quite a strong character. A very straightforward style really, because you're just going in there and attacking your opponents at the table, but nonetheless a strong character to play, and a great introductory one to those who are just playing the game, because it's simple. You can attack, you heal, you put defense down. Those are the main 3 things you're doing in the game, and she only has 2 unique powers. One of them, obviously destroying all shield cards, is very powerful, and the other one is simply just taking a card you like out of your discard pile, so they're very easy powers to master. But overall, Lia the Paladin is a very good character and a very good introductory choice. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Oriax. And Oriax is a very interesting character, as I've mentioned before. He's very unique in his style. He's not going to be all out attacking everybody, even though he does have strong attack cards like all the other players. But Oriax's style is more stealthy and cheeky, like you would expect a thief to be. He's going to play cards that allow him to not be attacked. He's going to play cards that allow him to do little bits of damage here and there whilst he preps himself. So he's a good character, played in a very different style to the others. So let's dive straight in, and I'm going to go to the first card, which is Pickpocket. So Pickpocket allows you to steal the top card of another player's deck and play it. Now this is a very powerful card because you could steal a good card from an opponent. You could get their double action card. You could get a very powerful attack card. You could get one of their powerful ability cards that you could then use for yourself. And Pickpocket is one of his special abilities. So Oriax can use this really to his advantage and get some unique powers. Sort of like in hero movies where you see somebody who absorbs the other hero's powers. This is your ability in this game. You can use the powers of the other players at the table, which is a really cool ability. And it's really fun, because you never know what you're going to get. You could steal a really good defense card, or you could take a really powerful attack card. It's a very good ability, and I like this card quite a lot. Next up is another one of Oriax's special ability cards, which is the sneak attack. And it lets you do a very powerful effect where you can destroy an opponent's shield card. Now that doesn't mean a card with one shield, that can be a card with 3 shields, so you can literally eliminate a very heavy defense card that they have out in play. And then on top of that, you get to play a follow-up action. So it's a very good card, sneak attack. It's useful for getting rid of, especially if you time it right, 3 shield cards. Next up is Stolen Potion. It allows you to heal and play a follow-up card. As I said earlier, healing is very important and you want to try and keep your life as high as you possibly can. So it's a useful card. And then being able to follow up with another card, really good. Next up is by far one of the funniest cards. Not least because of the silly art, but also because of its ability. Clever Disguise allows you to play this so that no opponents can affect you or your shield cards until your next turn. So basically no one can attack you until it comes back around to your next turn. Very, very, very powerful card, and it is very funny when you use it. At that moment you know they're going to hit you or knock you out of the game. You go, nope, I'm going to sit here and just chill for the next turn and watch everything unfold. And especially if you've got other people at the table, you can have a good laugh watching all the stuff unfolding around you. Cards that affect everybody at the table but you. And you could just sit there with a big grin on your face. I've avoided all this, have fun. Until it gets back to your turn and then you're scrambling again, trying not to be killed. It's a very fun card. I like this card a lot. We're on to the defensive cards now. Winged Serpent, 1 defense, and it lets you draw a card. Very good, useful card. Goon Squad is your 2 shield card. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Very good defense. My Little Friend has a 3 shield, funny art, and it's your heavy defense, but you've only got 1 of them. Unlike Lia, who has 2 3 defense, you've got 1 3 defense. So using it at the right time is key. Now we're on to the dagger cards, and it's quite funny, this sequence. So we've got 1 thrown dagger. As you can see there, you can do 1 damage and play a follow-up card. Very good start. Next up, 2 thrown daggers. Simply does 2 damage. Very basic. Now your next one, throw all the daggers, or all the thrown daggers as it's called. 3 damage to your opponent, whoever you choose. Very strong attack. As you can see, you got 3 of them, more than I thought actually. But using them obviously at the right time is key. Then we have even more daggers. Quite funny art. And you get to draw 2 cards and heal. So this is a good card to play when you want to rest in turn, you want to sit back. As long as you know you've got enough life, you can sit back and rest out the turn and just prep for the next one. Cunning Action is your dual action card. Very important card. As I said in Lia's earlier, exactly the same premise. You want to use this card at the right opportunity to play down loads of defense, loads of attack, or chain and attack on multiple opponents. However you want to do it, but this is the most important card in your deck, without a shadow of a doubt. Because this allows you to do a lot of actions in your turn where you're normally restricted to playing only 1 card. So that's it, that's Oriax done. So as I said, Oriax is a very interesting character. He's fun to play, he's very unique. That's a card that allows you to avoid damage from all other opponents' return. It's fantastic. I love it. I think that brings some good hilarity to the game. So otherwise you're all just playing attack people and you're just attacking each other until someone goes down. Oriax's style makes it a completely different kettle of fish. And the stealing the top card of another player's deck is very interesting, because that can open up whole new avenues, whole new abilities for you to use. It's a good deck to play. I find it's always exciting, you know, trying to find out what card I'm going to get. I'm going to steal this card from whose deck, which one shall I choose? Ooh, what have I got? There's a lot of excitement to that. But yeah, Oriax is a very fun deck to play, very unique, and I think he's probably my favourite out of the 4 characters in the base set. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed that deep dive in looking into the 2 decks from the starter box for both Lia and Oriax, and having a glimpse into their unique styles, their unique cards and abilities, and how they play. I think these are both very good characters. Oriax is obviously my favourite, but Lia is a very good, strong and easy character to use for a newbie to the game. So she's a better introduction, because Oriax is a bit more powers that people would have to get used to. But overall, I like both these characters, and I'll be doing follow-up videos soon about the other characters in the core box and potentially the expansions. So I hope you enjoyed this deep diving, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Goodbye.